So today we're going to be talking about the naturalness or how low toxin the eyeshadows in the brand new Too Faced In My Sweet chocolate bar palette actually are. I've gotten some questions about this as far as how natural is the palette, and some people are wanting to know like my review on the palette. This video is just going to be on how natural it is as to the ingredients that I did look up. So I was a little skeptical at first about the original chocolate bar palette because I believe how the ingredients were listed, it said that the chocolate was like a fragrance, and I wasn't sure exactly like what is it? Is it like synthetic fragrance chemicals or is it something else? But then after seeing the second chocolate bar palette come out, I looked at the ingredients and it never listed fragrance. It had actual, it's like legitimate cocoa powder in here, and I think vanillin, or I mean you can look at the ingredients yourself, but the Environmental Working Group actually rates each of these shadows. When I put them in, I did a custom label. The Environmental Working Group, by the way, if you're new to it, they basically take ingredients and products and they break them down, into toxicity levels. So a 0 to a 2 is in the green and it's low toxin. 3 to I think 5 or 6 is like moderate hazard, moderate toxin, and then the above that is going to be high hazard, high toxin. So water is like a 0, and 10 would be like formaldehyde cancer in a bottle. That's how I like to explain it. So when I did my own little custom labels where I put all of the ingredients for each individual shadow, when I did that, each shadow came up with a 2 rating. So that still falls in low toxin, which is amazing. And so I decided to go ahead and get this palette. And I have only used it today on my eyes. I did a swatch video yesterday, but I actually have it on today, and I was doing the, I think it's called the milk chocolate or something like that look. I actually filmed it, so if it's in focus then you should see that video coming up soon. But so I've only been able to use it on my eyes once, and I'm not going to give you guys a full review only having used it once. But if you'd like to see swatches and everything, I do have that video I can link down below. So as far as the question, is this a natural palette? You know, it does have, there are, you know, dyes in here and things like that, so it's not as natural as, say, something that's just strictly from plant extracts or something like that. However, there's no parabens in these eyeshadows, there's no phthalates, there's no gluten if you're gluten sensitive, so it kind of depends on what ingredients you're trying to avoid. So I try to usually, with my products, I go for things in the low toxin range, but every once in a while I'll go with something that's like maybe a 3, maybe sometimes, it kind of depends on what the product is and what you're comfortable with. But that is how this rated, and I guess the naturalness of the palette. I hope that answered your questions. If you guys found this informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts on this new palette. If you like the colors, if you'd like to see certain tutorials, and any other video requests you'd like to see, put those down below. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.